Douchey, we got us as Kappa, we got us as Arky, we got us as Juro, and yes, you're gonna be first up yet again with Kioska charging out, already lobbing in. Wait, he says sorry. But it says sorry, wrong one. He literally walked up. It said to Steam sorry. Wait, hold on. I'm not the first one supposed to go. Wait, who's supposed to be first? Who's supposed to be first? Is it Douchey? Well, that's unfortunate because Kiosk already started lobbing in nades. Flare doesn't hit the Druid in the opener, so the Druid could potentially get a go. Kioska does have a pet next to him, so for Douchey, does he go for a cycle on the pet? Just bashes the hunter, goes for a convoke. I believe the pet took a lot of that damage, though. Maybe for Douchey, that's not a bad idea. It looks like he is starting to charge something I think might be the pet, honestly. Is going to try to get some damage back to Kioska. Definitely wants to cleave these two down as best as possible. Kioska disengages just to give him some movement speed. Going to be pulling the pet back with a pet sack. Going to be some more damage for Douchey. Trying to go for a cycle. Going to be a stun. Does he go for a trinket here? No more trinket. Not sure what he trinketed, but Douchey could be in trouble. That's going to be a big grenade trinket exploding on him, I believe, also with a Necrolord, legendary. Go for a massive explosion. As Kioska trying to maximize the damage, and Douchey super low on health, going to be a freezing trap as he goes for this someone to Kioska. Medic managed for Kioska. And I think Douchey might just be down for the count and does get harpooned at the end. I think the dot's taken out on him. Wustajur charging out. And we got G in the chat with a donut. Okay, we got a big old hashtag G, boys. Tajiro trying to keep the pressure on the pet, on the hunter, banner up. Recklessness was used. He is playing Reckless Abandon from the last game, I believe. So it'll give him a ton of damage potentially. Maybe a charge to Tajiro. No, going to be a flesh cut for the both of them. But Tajiro does pop a defensive. So that's why Kioska backed up out of there. He saw big defenses out of the warrior. He's like, you know what? I can just back up out of there. I don't need to fight him while he's got enrage regen. I don't need to fight him while he's healing. Shattering throw for the warrior. Gonna be Kioska getting out of the fear early enough. No shattering throw was used by Tajiro, I don't believe. Or was there? It looks like Kioska doesn't really want to kite Tajiro super far. He kind of wants to stand next to him. Maybe has a stun rate to go soon. Gonna be Blade Storm by Tajiro. Does play the Tormented King's Lego. So he does have quite a bit of damage. Every time he activates Avatar, or every time you activate Avatar, Blade Storm, or Recklessness, you have a chance to get the other ability used for you automatically. So every time he wrecks, every time he Blade Storms, he has a chance to either gain with Blade Storm Wreck or Avatar with Reckless's Avatar Blade Storm. Gonna be lead by the warrior with Reflect against Kioska. Has a freezing trap ready for him. Looks like isn't the Reflect a little early. Kioska will now be able to control you throughout the fight, which can be really, really bad for Tajiro unless he has another Blade Storm available soon. Gonna be charging out Kioska super low on health. Does get a freezing trap onto Tajiro. And it's going to be a full camo, just going for the reset. The warrior so far has been giving Kioska a lot of grief. The warrior goes in for first aid, expecting Kioska to open up on him. Does allow Tajiro quite a bit of recovery, and Kioska using the camo just to get himself a complete clean reset. Going to be massive chakras for Kioska. Tajiro with a big banner. Opportunity for him to maximize the damage. Kioska under a ton of pressure. Needs to get himself some sort of CC versus Tajiro. Unless the guy has something. Why? No! Tajiro just ended up finding an opportunity where Kioska had nothing really to help him and just smashed him out of the park with a big banner, big wreck. Absolutely just decimating the guy. Ave Maria going for the stun of Tajiro. Going to be a trinket out of the warrior just to get out of the CC under a ton of pressure with Ave Maria. With them wings, now he's feeling the pressure himself. Reflect is up in case Ave Maria has something for it. Ave Maria definitely wants to use everything they can that isn't going to be reflected yet. Big AoE damage versus Tajiro. Does go for as much self-killing as possible. Big wreck right now, and Ave Maria might be under pressure, a lot of pressure himself as Tajiro is looking to recover. Hodges Tajiro. Does Ave Maria have enough damage? Wings fading away as the stun comes down, and Tajiro has plenty of health, recovered quite a bit. I believe he's playing that Imped to Victory. So he's got that victory that he's looking to leech from the enemy. Big Reckless is available actually off of the Blade Storm. But I think Tajiro is waiting for his real wreck for a little bit later. Just backing up out of there. He knows he needs the Shadowing Throw versus the next immunity from Ave Maria. With it is Bubble, with his Bop. Ave Maria catching up on a Flesh Cup with a Shield of Vengeance. So he's got so many different shields to follow. Tajiro with the Reflect in case there's going to be a stun out of the Paladin immediately. Tajiro's definitely going to have to do something to force out cooldowns out of Ave Maria. Paladin doesn't have wings for a minute, so actually Tajiro should be a-okay for now. Does catch up a little bit of health. Next set of wings is going to be really deadly. Tajiro should have a trinket lined up perfectly with them wings though. So now he just needs to find a way to just deal to enough damage to Maria's health to force out a big defensive. Flesh out for Tajiro as he's looking for a better recovery himself. Could lead back over there without Maria. Does get the interrupt on the Holy. And has Recklessness ready. I wonder if he has Banner ready as well. Reflect up for Sajura in case there's a Hodge of Maria. Does get wings rolling. Sajura has a trigger for this. Gonna be his flesh cut breaking through. Bladestorm for Sajura. Does immunity CC. Does Ava Maria still have a Hodge? Big damage on Ava Maria. Could be in big trouble. Does bubble out of it. Cannot really stand there to heal. Going for whatever word of glory he can, but can't really catch up that much health. Sajura still has lots of damage ready to go. Ava Maria in fear. Sajura might just be able to take him down. Big execute. Oh! Sajura just absolutely slamming him out of there. Insane Bladestorm, yes, lining up a Bladestorm at the right time is really all the warrior can do in this situation. Like, as long as you can get the Bladestorm just to immune the hunter, if you could break that chain of CC of stuns and freezes, you'll be good. Sajura getting stunned up is going to be tricking out of this immediately. Jesus looking to grip him back in, going to be reflect for Sajura. Does Jesus end up chain of icing himself? Or maybe try to grip Sajura and just immune it? Potentially. Shattering throw for Sajura, just so he can potentially break through the shield of Jesus. I don't know if he was able to complete that shatter, but the shield is gone. Jesus trying to max up the damage. The pets, for the most part, are gone. Sajura just trying to see if he catch up to the Death Knight, but he's just chained down. Cannot really go for that much healing. Has to go to Bloodthirst off of. Gonna be Jesus actually eliminated the goal. Sajura walking towards Kevin Slime just to leech off of that thing some health. Jesus trying to give Sajura another target, just trying to kite him around. Bladestorm activating Avatar for the warrior. Could potentially be big damage. Does not have wreck for a while, but that's still going to be a ton of damage. Jesus trying to walk away. AMS not doing anything against the warrior. Strangulate onto Sajura. Trying to maybe see if he can turn it around. Does not have the army coming back anytime soon. And Sajiro just needs a little bit of more pressure versus Jesus. That ghoul is going to get empowered. Dark Transformation going to be Sajiro backing up out of there. Get rooted by the ghoul. At least can maybe get some healing off of that ghoul. As Jesus trying to max up as much rage damage on him. Letting that ghoul with Dark Transformation do all the damage in the world. Jesus going for the Dark Pact. Necrotic got out a good portion of his health, but does get himself a little bit extra survivability. Sajiro covered himself with a flashcraft shield, should be able to maintain himself for a little bit longer in this duel. Just waiting until he can heal himself again. As the wreck comes down by the warrior with Avatar, he's got a banner, so get the most amount of damage possible. I don't know how you survive it. Big executes by the warrior, literally killed him in a stun as he queued up a rampage. Literally killed him in a rampage. Tarion tried to see if he can avoid Sajiro. Why? He's got the banner flying in his back. As Tarion is also playing Fury Warrior. One is a Nightfall, one is a Necrolord. Sajiro going in for a big Bladestorm. Does activate Avatar. Leaping towards Tarion is going to be Berserker Rage as he gets with the Fear midway. Does Tarion play Torment the King's Lego as well? Does he go for the Bladestorm and Recklessness for extra damage? For extra buffs? Or does Tarion play like something more defensive? Maybe like a Leap or Lego? So you can go for a bunch of leaps out of the arena. It's going to be Rack. Does not get Avatar or Bladestorm or anything. So he doesn't play Tormented Kings. Sajiro popping off defensive just so he can survive this damage. Shadowlands just trying to see if he can chop him right through. Sajiro finally able to walk out of the Night Fae Ancient Aftershock. And Shadowlands just absolutely blasted through Sajiro's health. This warrior might actually be in trouble. The executes are really starting to set him off, and that's going to be massive damage for at the end. I think Dalaran just found a massive crit slam in both weapons into Sajiro, taking him out, but the warrior on team 1 was able to hold his ground, slaying the Death Knight, the Survival Hunter, and the Retribution Paladin back to back to back, so he did as good as he could. And Tarion looking for a reset versus Yase. He's getting a bit of a rematch versus Yase, but except Talion is walking into this duel with absolutely no health. Got some cooldowns, but he really needs some healing. And with 44% dampener, that's going to be a little bit tough. Yase with a flesh grip just tried to waddle away, trying to get a curse on the Talion. And Talion going for the Shadow and Throw, going to be that stunned by the Felguard. A secondary summon Felguard. Tarion super low on health. Gonna be Mortal Coil. Yase trying to set up a Destiny Bolt. There's no way Tarion survives it. Trying to go for Rage Regeneration just to get himself as much healing. Gonna be some Shadow Bolts out of Yase. Just trying to max the damage with Tarion with hand to go down to fall. I think he's just waiting for the Demon Bolt until later. As Tarion defenses do fall, he does back up out of the leaping away Soul Shape just to get himself some mobility away from Yase. Yase like to have some instant cast Demon Bolts ready to go unless he's already used them. Gonna be knocked down onto Yase. Reckless is up for Tarion. Yase walking out of the Night Fae. That's gonna be Tarion breaking out of the fear. Stun on Tarion could be really bad. Decimated Bolt does end up finding his target. With Fasta, last one left over on team 2. Try to see if you can challenge Yase. Hits him with a stun. Gonna be Yase boarding out of there with a trinket immediately as the Fel Lord was swung around the corner. Try to see if you can get a swing onto Yase. Yes, it does get away from it. He does have double Felguard chasing after him. One Wrathguard, one Felguard, stunning him down with the Axe Toss. Yase could be in trouble. Does at least see one of the pets is gonna end up getting the other one with a fear. And Fasta swinging around the corner. Yase had no health whatsoever. So whatever Yase can do to catch up on health, the better. But at this high dampening, I don't know what you can really do. Demon Bolt 1, Demon Bolt 2. Facile does end up taking him out real quickly, with Archie charging out towards the top. That warrior play was absolutely mental. Yeah, Niels, I thought it was really good. Both of them, honestly, both warriors played really well as they could. Big damage out of Dalaran. I still wonder what kind of Lego that man is running. There's no way he's running a Siege Breaker Lego, is he? There's absolutely no way. Facile going in for Demon Bolts back to back towards Archie. Looking for a bit of reset. Handle does get it cooked up, and Archie landing that quick swift interrupt onto the Demon Bolt or Decimate Bolt of Facile. Sunder, it does kind of have a what do you call it? Like an animation on the ground, but it doesn't quite do the work. Quite as I see Facile. Mortical into Archie as he's out with no pets. Gonna be imps all up above, just absolutely just barraging from up tops. Actually got some air support. He got some cover. He got some sniper support with them imps. But I don't really know if that's going to be no Facile. Trying to see if he can get out. It looks like he tried to port, but the static totem is just adamant about keeping him in place. He just yoinking it back in. Archie tried to get himself as much damage to finish off Facile. Should hopefully have enough. Literally looked away. Tried to 360 no scope with the LE blast. That's just a bit of BM, honestly. But Zero walked out of there 1.2 million healing, 1 million damage, taking 3 boys out back to back. No big explosive cosmic trinkets, no nothing, just pure warrior rage. I love seeing it. Alrighty, boys, let's get another one up and running. Yeah, another 5v5.